What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Litecoin, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, so Litecoin, we're starting off here on the 45-minute time frame and checking on this inverse head and shoulders. So here on the 45-minute time frame, you guys can see we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and what I believe will happen is we will break bullish out of this pattern. Now, this pattern can be both a reversal pattern and a continuation pattern. So it can either happen at the bottom of a downtrend, where you get an inverse head and shoulders pattern. This signifies the bottom of a downtrend, or you can be inside of an already established uptrend and have an inverse head and shoulders pattern inside of that uptrend to show continuation inside of the market. So that's the difference between a reversal pattern and a continuation pattern. One of them shows a reversal of the bottom of a trend or the top of a trend, and the other one shows the continuation of an already established trend. Now here with Litecoin, this is a bit of an already established trend because we have been going up on Litecoin for quite some time now, but we did have a bit of a correction over here. So it's kind of almost both. It's kind of like a continuation pattern and a reversal pattern because it's forming at the bottom of this short-term correction that we started up here, but it's inside of a bigger uptrend that we just started. So it's kind of both here for Litecoin. So the inverse head and shoulders has an 83% success rate. So this is a very, very powerful pattern and one that has definitely worked over and over again in the crypto markets. So I like this setup here on the 45-minute time frame for Litecoin. Now, if we zoom out a little bit to the daily time frame, as you guys know, we broke bullish out of this horizontal consolidation range. So we have a horizontal range right here, and we broke bullish out of this range right here. And we came back down and tested it as support. So now we're starting to find support on this level and turn around here for Litecoin. So what I think is going to happen here on the daily time frame, we'll break right up through this resistance level and start to push up towards wave B here on Litecoin. Now wave B is actually pretty close to $300 up here. So that's a pretty big push for Litecoin here in the bigger time frame on the daily, and this is a result of the breakout of this horizontal consolidation range. Now, the reason I say up to wave B right here is because most of the time after an ABC correction, once the market bottoms out, it will go back up to wave B as the first area of resistance. So if you have an ABC correction like this, you will go back up towards wave B as the market bottoms out. So that's what I'm expecting here for Litecoin, is a push up towards that level. And as you guys can see, this is a very good opportunity to pick up Litecoin at dirt cheap prices because we're only worth $135 right now, and we're still a long ways away from wave B. So that's the daily time frame and the 45-minute time frame. Now let's go out to the weekly time frame and take a look at Litecoin here in the bigger picture and what could be happening here in the bigger picture. So on the biggest time frame here for Litecoin, you can see this huge W bottom pattern, which is a really, really bullish pattern in the big picture to see this W bottom. In fact, it's a bigger version of our W bottom pattern right here that we formed. It's the same pattern. It's a fractal of the same pattern. It's just a bigger version here on the weekly time frame. So we have this huge W bottom for Litecoin, which is extremely bullish. As you guys know, I'm looking for Litecoin to head up towards wave B, but based on this W bottom on the weekly time frame, this does suggest that Litecoin could even break above its previous old all-time high of $412. Based on this W bottom, that would suggest that a new all-time high will be coming for Litecoin in the big picture. So not only are we bullish on the 45-minute, based on an inverse head and shoulders pattern, bullish on the daily based on a horizontal consolidation range, but we're also bullish on the weekly based on this huge W bottom pattern. Like I said, this W bottom pattern will take us up to a new all-time high. If it plays out, we will break above that old all-time high level. Now, what I'm looking for additionally here with Litecoin in the big picture is actually how similar Litecoin is to some of the early day accumulation cycles that we see on other stuff like, for example, Nvidia. So we're going to pull up Nvidia on the bottom and keep Litecoin up here on the top, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. Basically, Litecoin has been accumulating for 8+ years, and Nvidia did a very, very similar accumulation structure early on in its uptrend. Before it really went full force into its bull market, it was still trending up overall, but it wasn't fully established in its uptrend yet. And if you look at Litecoin today and you look at Nvidia, back in the day before Nvidia broke out and started its bull market, the similarities between these two charts are extremely apparent. It's actually amazing just how similar Litecoin is today to Nvidia back in the day. So what I kind of think is going to happen here with Litecoin, we'll continue to see a breakout here. Of course, there'll be pullbacks along the way up, maybe even at wave B like we talked about. But overall, we're going to see Litecoin continue to break out and head up towards a new all-time high level. And when it does this, what I think is going to happen is price discovery. So what happened for Nvidia is a huge bullish breakout where the price of Nvidia went vertical and continued to go vertical, higher highs, higher lows. And that's what price discovery looks like, is this huge bullish breakout that takes you all the way to a new all-time high. And because demand continues to increase, you keep just breaking out higher and higher, and you start a massive uptrend. So kind of that's what I'm expecting here for Litecoin in the big picture, is a massive uptrend to start. This is 8 years of accumulation, and we have seen some bull markets along the way, like in 2017 and in 2021, but we have not yet seen a big vertical breakout and a massive uptrend like what happened to Nvidia here. And that's what I honestly believe is coming for Litecoin. We are headed into the mass adoption phase for crypto. We're headed into the institutional phase for crypto. And that's going to lead to a lot of vertical price action. And because of that, the price of Litecoin is going to break above its old all-time high and continue to increase and just break out over and over again. That's what price discovery is. You're just discovering new prices and continually breaking out, and all the dips are bought back up. So that's what happens when you head into a full-blown bull market. You get these big vertical breakouts, and price just keeps going up because there's no ceiling. You're in price discovery. People are getting excited. There's hype. The demand continually increases, and you just can't stop it. It just goes higher and higher and higher. So that's kind of what I honestly believe is coming here for Litecoin in the big picture, is that vertical breakout, a break above the old all-time high, and just a continuation of its uptrend in the big picture, but to really establish an uptrend, because to be honest with you guys, even though Litecoin has been in an uptrend, it has not yet seen that kind of institutional mass adoption where the public is using it, because institutions have put so much money into the market that they've been able to create mass adoption. You know, they've invested in the technology, they've developed the technology. And so that mass adoption cycle that's really created because of the institutional investing that happens has not yet happened for Litecoin. And it's set up to. And you can even see the institutions have been accumulating this thing for a long time. Go look at all of the different big companies that are accumulating crypto, and Litecoin is always on their list of coins that the big institutions are accumulating. So that gives you an idea of what the big institutions believe is going to happen. They believe the price is going to go vertical, otherwise they wouldn't be accumulating and investing so much money and capital into Litecoin. And when that big picture institutional cycle starts, it's going to push right up through that all-time high resistance and blow a lot of people away. And when it does that, like I said, price is going to go into price discovery and just continue to increase. You're not going to see a ceiling. It's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher. And eventually it will get overvalued and it will have to have a bear market. But between now and then, there's going to be a lot of upside before that happens. So yeah, this is a perfect accumulation cycle for Litecoin. Looks a lot like early day Nvidia. And I do believe this will be a huge bull market for Litecoin. So yeah, that's my update on Litecoin. Quick little update for today. I made a video about it 5 days ago, but it really looks like it's going to break out soon. So I figured I'd do another quick update for you guys today. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.